panel discussion, Mr. S. Ramakrishna, Advisor, Federation of Freight Forwarders Association in India. With long-standing experience in freight forwarding and logistics operations, he contributes strategic guidance and industry insight to support the forwarding community and assist in trade facilitation and policy advocacy. We welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Girija Shankar, Chief Product Officer, Logistics and Service, India, South Asia, Maersk Line. Can we have resounding applause for him? With extensive experience in freight services, supply chain integration, and regional shipping operations, he drives product innovation, supply chain optimization across the region's maritime and logistic networks. Next, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Vineet K. Chadda, Chairman, Northern Region, the Air Cargo Agents Association of India. A seasoned logistics professional and industry advocate, he has been actively engaged in strengthening collaboration, connectivity, and growth across India's air cargo and logistics sector. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Sunil K. Vaswani, Executive Director, Container Shipping Lines Association. He's not coming. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Deepak Sharma. Okay, he's not here at the moment. I would like to invite on stage Dr. Girish Kumar Tuteja, Vice President and Global Head Logistics UFlex Limited. With extensive experience across global supply chains, freight management, and logistics strategy, he has been instrumental in building resilient and efficient logistics network that support international trade and manufacturing operations. Next, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Jay Kumar Patro, Head of Department Logistics Placer India. With over 2 decades of experience in global supply chain and logistic management, he brings extensive expertise in logistics operations, network optimization, and supply chain efficiency across complex manufacturing and infrastructure environments. I think it's going to be a very knowledge-driven and forward-thinking panel. So over to the moderator. I request Mr. Ramakrishna, you can take the mic and please take the panel discussion ahead.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon to everybody. I want an answer for this. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's good. I want to wake you up after the sumptuous lunch. I must congratulate IICS. This is the first venture of theirs in Delhi, and it's very encouraging. Where is Mohit? Ayushi, Mohit, congratulations. I expect next time bigger venue and bigger participation. Yes, Pura Bharat Mandapam le lenge. Very good. I have been there twice in their Mumbai exhibition. The enthusiasm and vibes are fantastic. And honestly speaking, I was not expecting so much in Delhi. North thoda sa aise hota hai, but perseverance of yours is fantastic. Kudos to you. Thanks. We are going to talk about a subject which is very dear to everybody. India as a nation, we came with the GST as one nation, one tax. Our aim is to have one nation and one logistics. I slightly changed it to one nation and one logistics. With your permission, Aishi. How can we bring in together various modalities of our logistics? And how we can, because you see, India is a very vast country and we have a large coastal line, we have shipping, air, transportation by rail, etc., etc. And we also have a very diverse manufacturing locations of various different products at almost every location. To speak about that, we have Mr. Jayakumar, who are a very large companies manufacturing various products which I would like them to introduce themselves and talk about their product line as well as the logistics. They will talk about it. Of course, Mr. Girija Shankar, he doesn't need any introduction. Probably in Delhi, he needs an introduction. He is from Maersk Line. Anybody not heard of Maersk Line? No hands. So everybody knows what is Maersk Line, how global it is. Then my very dear friend and Vinny Chadda, who has started taking over quite a lot of interest in Delhi logistics business, and he is a man of air shipment more than the sea shipment.
So nowadays it's like, you have to be on the both sides.
Both sides, okay. So on the multimodalism on the air side, because he heads the Akai, how multimodalism is going to bring in together the today, if you had heard the minister talking about it, he talked about the multimodalism in the air sector. When he talks about the air sector multimodalism, obviously it is not going to be only the road transport and the air. It is going to be multimodalism all level, whether it is waterways, whether it is going to be CFS operating as a destination to the airport, etc., etc. There are a couple of CFS are doing that. Then the next speaker is, of course, Sunil Vaswani has not come. Dr. Girish. Dr. Girish has got a very large experience on the industry. He's from the flex industries, and I don't think anybody in India do not know flex industries. जो गुटखा खाने वाले उनको भी पता है, जो आइसक्रीम खाने वाले उनको भी पता है, सबके लिए पता है. Flex Industries are biggest manufacturers of the packaging industry. Welcome you all, sir. I would request everybody to take your time in introducing yourself on your own and talking about the company. You can take, though I said 2 minutes, you can take 3 minutes, 4 minutes, because we are 2 panelists less. So we will cover up everything, and there is also a possibility of showcasing your company together. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for the opportunity and warm welcome. My name is Girija Shankar. I manage what we call the inland part of our business, which entails for anything from and to a port. And that's a pretty large portfolio given our size as Maersk Line. We are one of the largest, not just shipping line, but also logistics operator in the geography. We manage, therefore, our customers' portfolio in terms of logistics from their factories or from their warehouses, whether it's for exim needs or domestic needs, whether it is on road or rail or air or customs. Maersk has a pretty large portfolio. But I think more than the size of the portfolio or the breadth of the operations, what we believe we bring to the table is the idea that is central to this conversation, which is why I'm here, is the thought that as a one nation, you need one logistics. And you really cannot do one logistics conversation if your number of operators or number of handoffs are a dozen. And therefore, what we've been attempting to do is really create an integrated, holistic, seamless logistics backbone that allows businesses to focus on what they're good at, and which could be marketing, which could be manufacturing, and leave the supply chain and downstream logistics to people like us, starting from their factory or even their vendors' factories, all the way to the destination, which could be within the country or into another country. Happy to have a conversation around that. Thank you.
One more very interesting thing about Maersk Line is here in the northern region, in the Dadri area, they have got their own CFS called Star Trek. In Star Trek, one of the major division is handled by all ladies. Ladies, I expect you to clap for that. And it is not only the managing, the forklift operator is a lady. Something very unique, very good. I expect there will be a lot of entrepreneurs who would like to take this as a message to have the ladies in their own organization. We, as a Federation of Freight Forwarders Association, we always say that anybody who knows multitasking, it is only the ladies who know the multitasking. Right from the babysitting to the appeasing the husband in the night is all done by the ladies. So all kudos to you. Thank you for encouraging the ladies, sir. So fantastic. Vinod, your turn.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Rama sir. It's my pleasure that we have a great moderator. Thank you very much, sir. And thanks to all my fellow panelists, and thank you, IACS, for coming to Delhi. And I wish we should have the next good one. So coming back to me, I am the chairman North for the ACAAI, which is the Air Cargo Agent Association of India, is the most premium, oldest association out of India, and we are representing the air industry. We are, this association was formed in 1970, and since in the morning we all heard about Mr. Naidu and Mr. Sameer, they were just talking about, and I am so pleased that we have Mr. Sameer, our president here, along with Mr. Vikram, our VP. So this is an honor to be with Akai and represent Akai on this north side. So coming, if we talk about the North India, so North India is one of the strongest points of whenever we talk about the air. So, and since in the morning we were talking about the challenges, of course, when we have a challenges, there are two ways. Either we challenge those challenges or we run away from the challenges. But with this air industry, with the freight forwarding industry going forward, I am pretty sure, we all are well versed. We talk about any geopolitical cities, we would be strong enough. Coming back to the introduction and moving ahead, I represent and I am a CEO of a company called Combined Logistics Solutions. So I started this business like at the age of 17. So already into this business since 32 years. So a lot of sometimes the audience keep asking me, are you a graduate? Because since when you start at the age of 17, then I need to tell everyone, yes, I did my graduation. It took me like, usually every brilliant kid takes about 3 years. So it took me 5 years, but it is still okay. So that's what it is. But I'm always with the hands-on. So, and so proud to be in this amazing industry. And apart from that, I represent Commonwealth Table Tennis Federation. And I will love to share you that this year, India is hosting the Commonwealth Table Tennis Games in New Delhi. And I am on their board, and I'm their chairman for logistics for this Commonwealth. So with that, we would be addressing a lot of things with the air cargo, because there have been 30 countries coming all over the world to India. And Delhi, we being the host, so it's a proud moment for, as an Akai, that somebody from Akai who holds the host post of Commonwealth would be receiving 30 countries at the airport. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Girish.
Yeah. Thank you, IACS, and for providing this opportunity, and Mr. Rama for moderating the session. I am representing UFlex. As most of the people are already aware, and Mr. Rama has rightly said, UFlex Limited is India's largest multinational flexible packaging and solution company, which is not restricted its operation only into the flexible packaging and flexible films, but that extends its operation into engineering, aseptic packaging, chemicals, and also now recently we have diversified into recycling also. We are recycling whatever the waste are there, so we are recycling those also. Having the headquarters, the head office in Noida, UFlex is having the manufacturing locations in India as well as 12 locations abroad. So UFlex is providing the flexible packaging to the globe. They are having the manufacturing facility in US, Hungary, South Africa, Dubai. So you name any world, except the eastern part of the world where the China has the dominance. So you name any country, UFlex has the presence. And more importantly, just taking a word from Mr. Rama, UFlex is a part of everyone's daily life, UFlex products. It starts with whenever when somebody, you can say, wake up. If you use the shaving kit, definitely the tube which is there, that is manufactured by UFlex. That is one of the products. If somebody wish to, you can say, have coffee, the sachet is provided by the UFlex. Even the Tetra Pak, which definitely is a brand name, for UFlex, it is a aseptic packaging. So our brand is aseptic. So we are also into the liquid packaging business. So this is what about the UFlex. Having a global turnover of 20,000 crore plus, I am Girish Tuteja. I am responsible for handling their global operation, logistic operation. The main responsibility is to integrate the global operations seamlessly and under the current challenges. Thank you.
One good thing about the UFlex, with my personal experience, I can say, I'm sure there are a lot of companies who would be taking the full advantage of the policies and procedures. Flex Industries, the group, UFlex Industries now, are the people who take the maximum advantage. I'm not talking about Ambani or Adani, but in my jurisdiction in North India, they are the one who take the best advantage of the DGFT policies and procedures. Believe me so, if they have a problem, any level people, they walk into the customs and convince them and get the job done. That's kudos to you, sir.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Jayakumar. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thanks, Mr. Rama. And it's really a challenging task given by IACS to us to keep you awake after the lunch. And regarding myself is Jayakumar Patro. And as an educational, you can say I'm a software engineer, but destiny brings me to logistics. And since last 26 years, I'm in the logistics, working in the various power sector as well as oil and gas, and now in railways. In between, I have also had the option that I have worked with the freight forwarding side as well. So I know both side of table challenges as well as opportunities. And regarding my company, Placer India, most probably you are not aware that we are into railway track maintenance and railway track laying machines we manufacture in India and catering Indian railways since last 60 years. And we are the market leader. Means previously we are only catering Indian railways. Now when our new factory at Karjan started in 2020, and after that we are the manufacturing hub for our global manufacturing unit, this one. Now we are supplying that railway track maintenance machine to Europe, US, Canada, Australia, and Southeast Asia as well. Little bit about railway track maintenance machine, if I say. For a small example, you can say, currently railway is running faster and faster because of our machines, because we are maintaining those tracks. We are able to correct as fast as possible because previously it was total manual. And because of our machines, now railway tracks are getting maintained very frequently. Our trains are running on more faster speeds, that it is correcting that any deviation in between. Now we are in the new venture, the AI section is coming. So now we are also under discussion with railways how to identify any deviation which is coming later on. So our digital manufacturing unit is also comes to the picture, which is most probably next year onwards, we will also provide those services to Indian Railways. So these are the little bit about our company. Thank you.
If you really go by the train, if you travel by train, many a times you will find a machine which is on the railway track in yellow in color. It keeps laying the tracks. That's his company. One big deviation if you see, he is a software engineer by profession or probably by education. Now by profession, he is a logistician. And today in the exhibition, if you really go through, there will be at least 5 or 6 big stalls who are into AI developing, absolutely for the logistic industry, how they are developing the AI. So I think for the time to come, logistics and AI or your software engineering is going to give big boost to you and for us as a user as well. Now I would like to start from you, sir. The entire paraphernalia of your equipments which you are using it for the export purposes also, it's a very highly precision project and you are also registered with the EPC. If you are registering, if you have to export as a one product of a multiple items, especially your towers and other things, what does that you expect the logistic industry to help you with?
It's a really nice question. See, as you already told this, our machines are very precision machines. Means it's very, each and every machine has the special characteristics. And when we plan to dispatch it export purpose, we have the several challenges. It starts from road to the port and till loading on the vessel till arrival. First, if I say the road, Indian road network is good. Right now, because I am seeing the development from 90s to till now, it is quite improved. But still, if you go, we have the limitation of 5.5. Everywhere, if suppose my machine is, you can say 4.9 or 4.10 meter height, we are not able to transport without doing the proper route survey, doing the proper, means we cannot expect that, yes, machine is ready, we can transport it. No, it is not possible. First challenge come, the route height measurement. If suppose any railway overhead railway bridge is coming or any railway crossing is coming, then we are gone. We don't know when we are getting this permission for to cross this one. And for that, additional cost impact is there. This type of things actually create a bottlenecks for the road. Apart from that, there is now we have one line, means HTOA has taken a lot of things so that we are single permission. We can move from one part to another part, but that is limited to only 100 metric ton package. If it is more than that, again, we have to go to the same old channel. We have to do the complete analysis of the bridges. Then you have to do this, your mapping of that, either it is sustainable, means it will sustain this, our cargo or not. And then we have to submit the complete detail to the ministry. And then along with this, their panel recommendation, okay, fine, this can go. So all these parts is the major, so that it can delay, means you have to start much more before than you plan to the shipment. So in export project, if suppose what I generally inform that we are doing the manufacturing for the global unit. So if suppose it is not able to manufacture in Europe, they send it to India. And they send it to India, they want that machine should be prepared within a given time frame. Given time frame means our machine required, means manufacturing time between 6 months to 1 year. And after this clearance, in between this time, and we have to consider our transport from port, means our plant to port. And which, if suppose we have to dismantle a lot of parts, if suppose it is crossing the limits. So because of that, a lot of extra works increase at the site, which is, we are not able to, because when we dispatch the machine from our plant, we have to test it, approximately 10 to 15 days testing is required to check all this parameter required for European standard or US standards. And after checking, we have to dismantle this part and bring it, send it as a separate. And then again, when it is there, we have to do the same exercise again, which is a cost plus man-hour. And if suppose we are doing this thing at foreign destination, the cost factor which we are beneficial in manufacturing in India, this is gone. Any small mistakes create a problem. Second challenge we face between this, the port. I'll give you one recent example which we face for this one. We have manufactured a machine for Europe, and normally my plant is at western part of India, so we prefer Mundra and Navasheva or these ports because they are well equipped. But due to this war situation and all that, and our requirement, we got the vessel on LIFO basis at Krishnapatnam port. Everything was good. My scope was FOB. And then our consignee has nominated the forwarder. Everything was fine. We traveled all the way from western port to southern port, reached there, custom cleared it, and standing for the vessel. And finally, port sent a quotation. And the quotation is 5x of their tariff. It was a shocker for us because we consider if at the time of tendering, whatever the port tariff is there, that is the base for giving the quotation to our customer. But immediately they send us a price that you have to pay 5x, and with no negotiation, either accept it or go. So we are nowhere. My cargo is custom cleared, standing at the port gate, and their words are, you have taken operational approval, but not the commercial approval. And my thing, if suppose you have the prescribed tariff, you have the given the tariff chart is published everywhere, why should we go for this commercial approval? It is all decided, you have this complete part. So this part actually gives us a very bad taste, you can say, that our complete margin is gone. We cannot say that, yes, fine, my scope was FOB, all cost is fall to our scope. And because of this small things, this type of things is creating a big bottlenecks for us. And to consider that India is a global hub and this type of last minute surprise, actually lowering our, cost effective production. And yes, everyone was looking after India about this, our initiative, the Make in India policy, Made in India policy, and on basis of that, we have that our head office has put up a plant in India to manufacture such machine to serve to the world. But this type of things really means, I told this port is just twisted our arm to take out this money, nothing else. And this gives us a very bad impact to this global manufacturing committee of our this one, because they consider India is taking the opportunity cost, which is giving the very bad picture, and we are not able to justify it. And to compensate it, we have to share our profit margin with them, and it is completely gone. So this type of things actually is creating the major bottlenecks in India. So if suppose I say in a one nation, one logistics, if we go to, my first input is that all the stakeholder, and this is, I don't think this is any one person fault. And like I can tell that logistics is our last chain of supply chain. Means if suppose my manufacturing team manufactured this one previously, that my procurement team procure all these parts, my engineering team design before that, all this have some stipulated deadline. And as we are the last leg, so any delay in any process comes to this, our logistic portion, to reduce it. And if suppose this type of surprise is coming up to in the last stage, it's actually killing. And second part, what shipper expectation. Shipper, when they give the product to the forwarder, for shipper, it's just a newborn baby. And we just newborn baby handed over to the shipper to take care of this one, to deliver it safely. And this complete chain is completed after successful delivery of the cargo, with the effective cost, safety. And now another factor add into our portfolio is sustainability. How we can deliver it on a sustainable way. It's a very big challenge now for us because Europe is now will start this taking this EBAM charges and all that. So that's why we have to be sustainable, safe, and cost effective. Then only we are able to match this.
We will come back to your challenges in the second part of it, but I must tell you the DPIIT in Ministry of Commerce have got various groups, especially in SIG group. This ODC movement in every state, they have to take the permission, is being done away with. They are working on a policy and it is going to be a portal based. I think once that comes in, it would be very good. We are all part of the, as a federation, we are part of the SIG. I think it's a good thing for the people to know what is the bottleneck and where we have also a facility how we can do away with this bottleneck. Thank you so much. Can I come to you as a shipping company, sir? You have been doing the multiple level right from the inland destination to the port. And there are various complexities, whether it is evacuation of ICD cargo, moving all cargo together in the train, and putting it in the port, and together moving it to the vessel. Among the entirety, what do you feel has actually let down the shipping company? Especially your kind of a thing, right from warehousing to the shipping is all your gambit of business. Where do you feel that the government is actually letting you down and affecting the shippers? And what is the way out for that?
That's a great question. I wouldn't probably just slightly to rephrase this. I think it's not a question of letting down, but it's a question of staying abreast with where the gold standard is in the world. So couple of things. If you look at just the pure size, all of India's ports, from a containerized traffic perspective, put together are smaller than Shanghai port, right? So if you want to get to a particular state of life and your infrastructure is significantly behind the curve, you will always end up scrambling. We were discussing a bit around that part of it. And then just the port is one example, and it goes across the... So fundamentally, I think our mindset, and then this is true for not just the policymakers, but also the industry operators, as well as the advisors, everybody taking a linear view to life in terms of infrastructure sizing. And for a country of ours, size and complexity, by the time you're done with that infrastructure, you're already too late, right? You take anything. You take your number of airports, you take number of ports, you take the amount of road network, and so on and so forth. So that's one where there's a inherent structural need to look at how we are set up and accelerate some of the things that are in the plans. It's in good plans, but need to be accelerated. I think second is we set up India's infrastructure from an inland perspective in a very point-to-point basis. One, too many players. Two, inherently a point-to-point network is not suited for any kind of densification, and so on and so forth. Now, again, from a policy framework perspective, the advent of MMLPs and the DFC is right direction. Some great work being done. Already efficiencies are being seen. We are looking at some of the cargoes that used to take sometimes 96 hours, came down to 70 odd, came down to 50. And now we are actually looking at, from the northern India, a cargo to move maybe around 36 to 38 hours. So it's a massive optimization. But remember, it's not where you were to where you are. It's where you are today to where the best in the world is. And if you're going to go compete with, forget about China, but with, let's say, Vietnam or for Thailand or from Turkey, and you want to do, let's say, apparel shipments, and your factory to port transit time is still 2 days, it's probably day and a half too long, right? So that's the second part of it, which is accelerating the hub and spoke architecture that some good work has happened, but accelerating it, expanding it, one DFC is simply not good enough. It's one DFC is probably 5 to less, right? And therefore, there's a need, because I can guarantee to you by the time we'll hit 2030, DFC will be cluttered.
Yeah, correct.
Right? So that's the second part. So one, the core infrastructure. Second, the architecture of the backbone, which will enable for factories both on the inbound as well as outbound side to flourish and cargo to move. You really cannot build factories at the port. Nobody can, right? Then the third really is our mindset as operators in the, operators, advisors, manufacturers in the market, to look at logistics and then the parts of logistics in silos, and then that breaks down the entire conversation. So you look at road transportation as one leg, you look at train as another leg, you look at custom clearance as another leg, and so on and so forth, right? While you would typically see that if you are able to look at logistics and sometime above logistics, your supply chain planning holistically, you could actually pay a little bit more on leg 1 or leg 2, but you could probably save a lot more on the overall cost or efficiency or reliability, depending on what's important for you. I think that's a mindset shift that the operators in the industry need to start, gravitating towards. And that's why if you see outside of India, there are tons of 4PL, LLP engagements because people are comfortable somebody, front-ending and driving it. In India, it becomes, why should I pay you for just managing my cargo? And that part, that ability to say, look, I can take it from your supplier's factory or your factory all the way to the destination port or the warehouse and ensure that a committed, holistic TAT can be maintained is a fantastic value proposition. Every customer would buy it, provided somebody is able to stitch it together. And I think that's the direction we need to move towards.
It's fantastic. It's a vision should come true. And honestly, if this happens, there is an opportunity for you also as a software engineer to have this kind of a thing, so that it really helps the, benefits the, everybody in the industry. I must also tell you now, the DFC, of course, most of you know, DFC can carry a double-decker, DFC can carry more weight, the axle capacity has also increased. Therefore, it's a huge opportunity, but now they have started only on the western sector. Eastern sector is slowly limping and coming. It should do well. Probably by the next 2 such exhibitions, we should be through with the eastern sector also. Anyway, coming to Vinod, today the powerful speech that the minister gave today about the multimodalism and how you can bring it to air cargo or the multimodalism. I have one basic fundamental question which is happening throughout the world, not in India, is air-sea logistics and the river-sea-air logistics in one single documentation. I would prefer you and Samir bhai sitting here as an Akai. You must take up with the minister and the shipping ministry to bring in one single document, including the insurance. What is your take on that?
Sir, to be honest, this has been globally proved. Like other than India, the countries, if we talk about Singapore, if we talk about Dubai, if we talk about Colombo, Hong Kong, these all countries, we have to look upon our competition. We have to look upon what the other countries are doing. So these countries have been doing this for ages now because there are various reasons behind. And why India couldn't do is, of course, we are talking about one single document. Because when we talk about these countries, when they do ship as a air, sea or sea air, under one, maybe it called as a FBL or it could be any other document. But what is the benefits of those documents? It's like when you issue one document, it's like with one insurance and it's a complete supply chain. That's number one. But the question behind, now we are talking about how we can make it happen. That's the number one question. Because we all are talking about the challenges because we know the challenges exist. So looking at what, since in the morning when Mr. Sameer and Mr. Naidu were talking about, so that was the question which has come up, and that's the talk of the town. That in a way, how as an India and how as an Akai, we can bring situations to a place where we can have a single air-sea consolidation, like one bill of lading or one we call as a FBL, whatever we call as. But as of now, when we look at India, in India, the challenge is not demand. The challenge is, how you can integration. That's the challenge. So to make it more simple, there are three ways what I think as an Akai perspective we should look into it. The first is the documentation. When we talk about the documentation, when we talk about any exports here, when we talk about the air, we need to go off the process of the air bill. When we talk about the sea, we need to go, of course, with the sea air bill. Now with bringing one, one through document, obviously, that's going to make things easier. At times, the FIATA bill of lading, they wanted to have it, but it was not widely accepted by the banking system in a way, because when they get into that banking system, and when there is a change of mode, it doesn't work. Secondly, if we're talking about our banking and our export policies, they are not aligned and they don't accept in a way that when we talk about the different modes of shipment. So that is another challenge. Again, coming back to, we need to have that one grid solution. Third, I think the infrastructure. Anywhere, again, coming back to, I'm not, since it's an era of India, I don't want to say that India is not doing great, but when we talk about the infrastructure, things fall in place when you have an infrastructure. Things fall in place when you have the dots, then you can join them. We need bounded, facility. We need custom bounded facility with the seamless, where you can have the air and sea cargo going back and forth without any concerns. In the morning, like as mentioned by Sameer Bhai, that is the challenge. Nowadays, like since he was saying that India has already lose that big opportunity. And Rama sir, since 94, and we're talking about after 32, 33 years. At times, when there was a sea to air cargo is happening, it was, we are sitting like on a time bomb. Like we have to have a huge documentation. The cargo we cannot bring it back to sea and move it back to air. After 32 years, we are on the same situation. So this is, this is the era. We are at the right time, but as said in the morning, we had a detailed discussion. So the minds need to sit together. That's where the associations, Akai, we have you as a senior advisor. So why can't all the association come together, talk to the minister? This is what he has been telling, that he is going to appoint somebody so that the brains can come together and make India a growing country. Then once we are done with this all subject, then we talk about bringing the other countries' transshipments cargo into India. But before that, there is a lot to be done. And as I would say, if we just look around us, the decision doesn't held in ministry. It is held between us. It is held between anybody, like I represent a forwarding company also. So as a forwarder, as an airline, as an exporter, so we all have witnessed the ground realities. So we all have to, ensure those ground realities turn into a way. At the end, it's like a teamwork and association jointly working with the ministry to reach out to the level where India should be. Thank you, sir.
I think it's a very important thing. India has actually learned from crisis. In the West Asia Gulf crisis, when it came, the Ministry of Finance and Commerce issued so many notifications. One among them is the seamless movement of sea cargo into air, and from air it went to the final destination. I think that means this is possible. If this is possible, I think this should become a policy. this is for the Akai people to take it up. Now I am coming to Dr. Girish.
Sir, I'll just add on. See, we have to take a baby step. Maybe like, since like in the morning when we have a discussion. So why can't we come up, like, I mean, that's an idea. Why can't we come up, let's have a dedicated airport just for the sea air cargo. I mean, it is not like or like, for example, the Noida airport is coming up, the Navi Mumbai airport is coming up. They should do their homework from the ground level, that they should have something related to this where you have a separate segment where you can bring the sea air cargo, because this is something, because this, what do you call this, situation is not going to change. And every time we can't wait for that long. So I think this is what my take is.
I think this is not a big rocket science. It can be done. It is only a policy framework. If it is to be done, it will be done. I don't think there should be so much of a challenge. The question is how to put it across to the ministry and do it. Girish sir, the same question I asked Dr. Girija Shankar, I'm going to ask you. Because he operates on a vessel in a larger, but you as a UFlex have good number of containers from north, and you sometimes have to move it by road also for a quicker delivery to the destination. In the entirety of logistics, which one thing which you feel that it should be improved? Evacuation from hinterland, or the quick movement of by the rail or road, whichever way it is, and sending it to the port, cut-off time, and loading onto the vessel. Meanwhile, you also pay extra if it is required urgently. Your take on that?
Thank you, Rama, for pointing out the major pain area or concerns of the exporter point of view. So I would say, as far as the pain areas are concerned, they are being located, you can say, in the inland destination in ICDs. So first pain area, I can say, is the first mile logistic cost, which definitely is, which we can call it the journey from the ICD, from the factory to ICD or railhead, which definitely is normally remains segmented. So what challenges what we are facing, there are the chances when you will have to pay additional empty repositioning cost. That is additional cost which we are paying currently. There are the multiple handling points which are involved there. You might see there are, you can say, the chances when there is a trucker strike, which led to the truck detention. There are the cases when you have very limited, you can say, the operator available near the ICDs, which provide you the services, solutions to carry your cargo timely. So that is the biggest cost. For exporters, I can say, if this first mile logistic cost, that can be reduced, and which somehow is for some of the exporters, that probably is the major cost of the total logistic cost. Secondly, what you are talking about the evacuation. The evacuation is basically totally unpredictable. So this is the biggest hidden cost as of now. The issue is not whether the cargo is moved by rail or road. The challenges which we are facing, whether the rack which has moved from the port that will reach the port in time, that is the biggest challenge, because there's always be a unpredictability there. Will the container which has already moved, that will connect the targeted vessel which is planned? There are the chances when, although the container is reached at the port, but there is a port congestion. The container is not basically, you can say, loaded on the targeted vessels. And sometimes it happens when your container stuck for the custom examination and with the vessel. So these are the challenges which we faces here, and which forces us, the exporters like us, to maintain the higher inventory. To higher inventory, that definitely comes with a higher cost. There is a longer lead time we have to build with supply with our customer. There are the chances also when the company has to, you can say, build up additional working capital into the system. And there are the lack of, the port interface challenges, which we are facing now. So there are the yard congestions, which you are seeing it. Vessels, rollovers are also there. There are the documentation mismatch. And also the last minute schedule changed by the shipping line. So these are the challenges which we normally face when we basically operate from the distance location. So I can say that you can say the initiative the government of India has taken under PM Gati Shakti and the national logistic policy, they have definitely have tried to integrate the complete logistic multimodal you can say, network. So but of course we are you can say lacking in terms of the visibility which these the different operators they are providing as of now under the different the channels, which has led, if that has improved, there is a significant saving in terms of planning. We can provide the better visibility to our customer for making the delivery in time. The port congestion definitely, which I have just talked about, that if you improve, we have the better, you can say the standard time. And if you compare this scenario with the global the countries like the advanced country, whether it's China, Vietnam, or you can say the any other you can say the country, they are not you can say, according to me, they are not basically good in terms of manufacturing cost. They are good because they provide the you can say the better visibility of the movement which the container is moving. So at the end, I will say, as far as the reduction is concerned, is 1 day reduction in the, you could say, logistic uncertainty. That is far better than 1 day reduction in the lead time. So if all these channels, they are integrated, will provide the better visibility, the total supply chain increase, that will give us a major benefit to the exporter like us. Thank you.
Good, it's a practical thing which he is talking about. I feel more congestion in the port means more business into India. That's a positive mind, I will take it. Anyway, guys, there are two questions we can take. So please keep noting it. If there are two questions, we can take it. And now it's 10 minutes left. We will have 1 minute each. Jayakumarji, you asked over dimension cargo. Has the actually DFC helped you in that? Height, of course, double container height you are getting. What about the width? Now, DFC is open, whether it has been taken care or not.
See, as per me, DFC definitely is the future logistics, you can say. But currently, it is for ODC cargo, it is no use. It is only for double-decker container movement. Because if suppose it is not directly connected to all these, DFC is not, the sidings is not available for all this, but definitely we have the sidings. But the major part is we are not able to use it.
Oh, okay.
For your information, our all products are self-propelled.
Yeah.
But we don't get permission to move the roads. Apart this, all these machines we are supplying to railways. If we need to move foreign machines on Indian tracks, we have a lot of documentation, lot of approvals, which required 6 to 9 months time to get approval. So railway movement is currently not for us. Even for DFCC height part, what you are informing, that is also not, because we cannot move on the same type of racks are not able to carry such a high load. And also loading facility at destination as well as loading on the racks. This is also not available. So right now, definitely it's a future, but currently it is not usable for ODC movements. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I think IIC team are recorded this. Last time also I said we must prepare one white paper to given to the government about all these constraints which can be really taken care of. Dr. Girija Shankar, you talk about the TAC. you talked about the visibility. What one suggestion you can give where the entirety of logistics can come in one platform instead of segregated with your global experience?
So I think, look, ULIP already is a fantastic platform. All you need to do is probably add additional services on top of it. And then that becomes a common, accessible data set that can be consumed by whoever needs to consume it or exposed to other data sets. On the shipping side, there is AIS anyway, and I don't think people struggle with that. Where people struggle is on the inland side. Like ports, for example, are not yet connected fully, so how do you actually integrate port movement, the gate in, the movement inside? From a platform perspective, you don't need to reimagine. All we need to do is add the services that currently aren't there, make it a lot more accessible, frankly, like I was telling you earlier, in my view, the digital backbone is a far stronger part of the India story than the physical backbone. So that's the place where we probably don't have much to do beyond, obviously, ensuring a little bit of interoperability and things like that, but otherwise, well.
I think this is more to do with the plug and play and visibility to everybody rather than keeping the data to oneself. That is the most critical thing. Vinod, we were talking about the DFC.
Yes,
Do you see any help with the TOT coming into the DFC train on transport on train, which they keep showcasing in the advertisement of the DFC?
No, sir. This is a great opportunity, and that's a great thing. So, giving an example, we all know about this Amul. How they are bringing this trucks on their train. So that's a value added. How this dedicated freight corridors is coming into action. So now, if we talk about the trucks coming back to the DFC, then it's over the truck. Trucks, they play a first and last mile. But again, looking as from the Akai perspective, again, I would say, connecting, with the dedicated freight corridors, we should have the bounded warehouse with the good pricing. And the pricing should not be only concerned upon the big volumes. Because if we talk about the air, then there would be a loose cargo which is moving on the DFC. So we have to look on those opportunities where the light cargo, loose cargo should also come into a place. That's also.
Good. Lastly, to Dr. Girish, the same question what I asked Dr. Girija Shankar. You as an exporter, what kind of a visibility you are looking right from your factory to the destination abroad? What is that one platform you will advise the government to have?
Mr. Rama, I think I have ended my conversation by saying the visibility and the uncertainty which the exporter, you can say the experience as on date. I do not say the government has not, taken the initiative. The initiative like PM Gati Shakti, which I have just rightly said. There are initiatives like National Logistics Policy. There are initiatives like DFC. There are initiatives like the ICE digitization. But you can say, all are basically working in segmentation. They are not basically providing one platform. From exporter point of view, when you talk about, in fact, we are still transitioning from, data availability to data integration. Today, I don't say the data are not available. Data are available. They are available in silos. There are different portals. There is the ICE gate system. There is the transporter portal. There is the ICD portal. Shipping lines has their own, the portal. So data are available, but segmented. So look one of the scenario where you can have one platform, one visibility, which can provide you the seamless integrated data, right start from containers. I don't say container, I move one step behind. You can say once the material is ready, the order is placed, the container is placed, the transporter places their vehicle, move to the ICD because I said ICD because we are working from the distance location, our factory is in Noida. I move to the ICD, there is a custom integration, there is a rail out, there is a port, there is a vessel. then reaching at the destination. So that visibility, if one platform can provide, that definitely helps the exporters to reduce the uncertainties and, of course, maximize their profits.
I think AI is going to have a dominant role on this. Any questions from the audience? Two small questions, yes, on the corner. You have to be really quick and small questions.
Hello.
Yeah.
My question is to Mr. Girija Shankarji. As we all know that we are seeing that there is a huge rise in MSMEs businesses. So what, like a Maverick shipping line, such big shipping line, what it is going to do to connect small MSMEs of India to small importers of Africa? Like as I see, I'm using your Musk line for FCL shipments also. But when we see to MSMEs, they don't have much knowledge about LCL shipments or going towards some custom house agents and everything. To integrate this MSME business, which is so much in like everyday news, what are we as in Maverick shipping line and other lines, what are we going to do to connect these small businesses to countries like Africa and on?
It's a great question and very timely as well. So 2-3 things that are very relevant. We have our own LCL service. We do consolidation to a couple of locations. I think what we call MLC Maersk line boxes. There are about 30-40 different locations that we provide LCL service to. We have a very strong BCO and a forwarding balance in our engagement, and with the operators that are there in the market, you can always leverage that service. Plus, what we also do is with some of the large buyers that are sitting outside of India, we're enabling them to move away from an FCL shipment based model to more consolidation. And even if consolidation is not possible, probably at a pallet level or at a shipment level, integrated offering that can enable small shippers to go engage with large buyers in maybe Western markets or Africa, etc. But with a cost structure that is standard and that is inclusive of various services, including, let's say, the first mile trucking, the customs, the actual haulage, and so on and so forth. So that capability exists, and that can be leveraged by various companies to actually get a seamless kind of an offering. That is driven through the buyers, because for us it's important that somebody underwrites the overall conversation. Else, like I said, we have our LCL service that can be utilized as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. We have no time for the second question. I'm grateful to the great panelists, and quick question, quick answer was pleasure of mine. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much for, especially with Rama sir as a moderator, and especially this topic was vast, to be honest. Like you need hours on this, and this is a debatable topic, and this is good when you bring so many minds together, and that's where the magic begins. So I must tell you, this era is for India. So the magic has already begun. The only minds needs to, work together in a way we make India an amazing country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What a compelling conversation. Can we resounding applause, ladies and gentlemen, for such a distinguished and forward-thinking panel and excellent session with valuable insights into the future of integrated logistics and trade connectivity. Thank you to our expert panelists and to our moderator, Mr. Ramakrishna, for guiding the discussion so effectively. Now I request Mr. Mohit Memani to join us on the stage to felicitate our remarkable industry leaders and present them with a token of appreciation along with our remarkable moderator, Mr. Ramakrishna. I request Mr. Mohit and Mr. Ramakrishna to kindly present a token of appreciation and a gratitude to Mr. Girija Shankar from Maersk Line. Please put your hands together for Mr. Girija. We have with us Mr. Vineet K. Chadda from the Air Cargo Agents Association of India. Can we have resounding applause, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Sunil K. Vaswani from the Container Shipping Lines Association is not here. Dr. Girish Kumar Tuteja from UFlex Limited. Mr. Girish Kumar, thank you so much for joining us. And Mr. Jay Kumar Patro from Placer India. Mr. Jay Kumar Patro. Well, now I request Mohit to kindly felicitate our remarkable moderator, Mr. Ramakrishna, and present him a token of appreciation. I request everyone, can we please step forward for a group picture? Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up with the next panel discussion. We can now turn our attention to the air cargo sector.